In Children of Circumstance Outdoors, we'd attained a tag for a beautiful 18-year-old young lady named Jayci Dreger. She really wanted to hunt elk, but due to her diagnosis of oligodendroglioma, cancerous tumors in her brain and spinal cord, she suffered from weakness in her legs and required braces to walk. She thought it'd be too difficult to battle the public crowds and to walk on uneven terrain, so we were faced with the challenge of finding a ranch that had good road access and lots of elk. We were concerned with the prospects of hunting public land when we got a call from a good friend and supporter of COCO, Tim O'Neill from landandwildlife.com and Land Leader. He'd found the perfect ranch and host for our hunt. We were introduced to Bruce Hampton, owner of the Pocket Ranch in Joseph, Oregon. Right away, Bruce was very assuring that we could get Jayci into the high country that held the bulls. He even offered his grandson-in-law, John Vandersanden, and his good friend Chad Dodson to help guide us on the hunt. We had a tag that allowed us to hunt in September with a rifle, which made him even more confident that we could get Jayci a good bull. That, along with the fact that her mom and dad, Angie and Brent Webley, are competitive long-range shooters and trained Jayci to shoot, gave us the feeling that we could make this happen. Being that this was our first year for COCO and our first elk hunt, we were excited and anxious at the same time. Once we met up with Bruce and his crew and began to tour the ranch, all of our apprehensions and anxiety melted away. The beauty of the country and the feeling that we were in such great hands made us all feel welcome and at ease. On day one, right out of the trucks, we made a short hike and ran into a lone bull. With a bit of calling, a dozen more bulls came barreling over the hill and ran right up on us. All of them were branch bulls, but with this special tag, we were looking for a larger bull, and the guys from the Pocket assured us that the ranch held lots of elk and some tremendous bulls. We glassed dozens of other elk that day, many of which we were unable to stalk due to where they were on the ranch and Jayci's condition. I must say though, Jayci's one of the toughest and most determined girls I've ever been around. She made some stalks and hikes that were long, hot, and in steep country. When asked if she thought she could get to certain spots, she simply smiled and said, "Let's go." Late in the day, she made a long stalk on a great bull, and as darkness fell, we decided to back out and try him again in the morning. Jayci had covered several miles that day, and we were all tired and yet excited to do it again the next day. With all the guides and volunteers, we knew it would just be a matter of time until she was able to connect. The next morning, we were at it again. After looking over our second group of bulls and calling in several others, we spotted the bull that Jayci wanted to try for. It was a grueling hike up the mountain, but with the prospect of getting a shot at this bull, we all took off on the stalk. Once she got set up, Brian and John began calling, and within a short time, several bulls came into Jayci's position. She patiently waited until her bull got within range, and using her dad's .375, she sealed the deal and made a great shot on the bull. The footage from the hunt shows it all. What you don't see is the emotions that everyone felt at that moment. Here is this wonderful young lady out in the beautiful setting of God's country, making the dream of her taking home the meat, antlers, and memories of such an experience come true. Everyone felt a sense of accomplishment and pride in taking part in such a special day.
Honey, congratulations. That is a great bull, and you did very well. Excellent, excellent. Wow, it don't get better than this. It really doesn't.
We're like, that's the one.
That's the
then
one.
he came to the fence and we...
So did you like feel it, like that's the one?
Yeah, I never thought I'd shoot something this big.
Yeah, your very first animal.
Yeah.
I was worried about her crying.
I'm not a crier.
Yeah, but I cried.
I'm not a crier.
I'm not a crier.
COCO would like to thank Bruce, his lovely wife Venice, and his crew for allowing us to hunt on such a special ranch. All of us had such a good time together that Bruce was gracious enough to invite us back. The Pocket Ranch is truly one of God's greatest creations. We all agreed that in a day and a half of hunting, we saw over 100 bulls. We'd also like to thank all of our donors and sponsors for making this come together. Jayci, Brent, and Angie were great people to be around. Brent saw the way COCO can bring people together, the passion that all of those involved exuded, and the great memories that we all now had, that he volunteered to be on the COCO board of directors with Tyler and Brian. We look forward to more such experiences and touching more young lives through this program. Thank you to all involved. You greatly enrich the life of a special young lady. Brian Murphy and Tyler Saunders are the founders of Children of Circumstance Outdoors, or COCO for short. Tyler Saunders is a retired builder, accomplished wildlife artist, volunteer guide for Hunt of a Lifetime, and currently on the Best of the West Pro staff. He's organized and directed many children's outdoor programs and has guided many kids to their dream bulls and bucks in Oregon. He's dedicated over 11 years to the kids of Hunt of a Lifetime that are suffering from life-threatening illnesses. He's now spearheading and directing the new program known as Children of Circumstance Outdoors, which has a similar mission in Oregon as Hunt of a Lifetime and wishes to expand the hunting opportunities to kids who are terminally ill or face life without a father or mentor in other states. Brian Murphy owns and operates Prestige Moving and Storage in Bend, Oregon. He's the father of 3 kids, one of which was born with a life-threatening disease. He's director of hunts and trips for the Central Oregon RMEF for over 10 years, but recognized the opportunity to assist Hunt of a Lifetime 6 years ago. He's been the primary fundraising source for the program. He's hunted all across the U.S. for various species, but now gets more enjoyment helping introduce kids to the outdoors. He began guiding the Oregon Hunt of a Lifetime kids with Tyler, and they've never failed to grant the wishes of the kids in the program. He too is expanding his horizons by embarking in the challenge of starting the COCO program. The goal is to take 5 kids in Oregon through the ODFW program that allows each nonprofit to obtain up to 5 tags that allow very ill kids to hunt long seasons. They also want to expand this program to include children of fallen first responders. This includes firemen, police, and servicemen and women that gave the ultimate sacrifice to our country. It's a demographic of kids that really have no specific program to mentor them after losing a parent. The goal is to take the kids and their guardians into the outdoors where they can forget about their daily struggles. They can leave behind their worries, cancer centers, hospitals, and treatments, and just focus on being together in the beautiful places that God created. While we focus on hunting deer, elk, and antelope, we try to make the hunt a full experience. We take the kids shooting and educate them on ballistics and shot placement, and often include fishing and nature lessons to enhance the experience. We share meals and stories and form friendships that last a lifetime. We include processing of the meat and taxidermy of the animals as well as the shipping of both. We have a wonderful pool of landowners that allow us access to their property so that the entire group can hunt unpressured animals in their beautiful and natural settings. We provide the guns and ammunition, and all meals and lodging are covered. We cover all airfare and ground transportation and all the miscellaneous charges. All the expenses are covered by COCO, and each hunt costs about $3,500. We have many local supporters that donate money and products for the kids. We're a registered nonprofit 501c3 that needs your donations. For more information on how you can help or donate goods or funds, contact Brian Murphy at 541-815-2505 or Tyler Saunders at 541-280-3044.